Hello, hi. I know maybe you are scrolling and found this video. Please allow me to take a little bit of your time. I was praying for me and my friend because we were thinking maybe our prayer lives are not as vibrant, as fiery as we would want. And because of that, as I was praying, the Lord gave me this revelation as I was praying. And this is Abraham as he was asked by God to sacrifice some stuff for God. And the word says that as the sun was setting, Abram at that time fell into a deep sleep, and a thick and dreadful darkness came over him. Then the Lord said to him, "Know for certain that your descendants will be strange in a country not their own, and they will be enslaved and mistreated for 100 years." You see that Abraham, at this point, Abraham was as an intercessor. He had prayed, but he got to a point he fell asleep. He was asleep. He fell asleep, and a deep sleep came upon him. But we see that when he slept, darkness came. As an intercessor, as praying, as a watchman, and as we are praying, sometimes you feel tired. Sometimes slumber comes. Slumber may come because of many things. Maybe because of your work, maybe because of children, maybe because of many things can cause you to slumber. Another time, it's when darkness comes. And I was thinking that look at how that when we are distracted and such stuff. Sometimes it can be even physical sleep. Sometimes you want to go and pray, but sleep, it comes upon you, and you see that there is a consequence of that sleep. The darkness comes at that time. And I know, like, so many of us may be feeling like I have lost the prayer, the hunger for prayer. And sometimes you feel like darkness has come. But the word says in the book of Isaiah, you see the Lord saying that Israel watchmen are blind. They lack knowledge. They are mute dogs. They cannot bark. They lie down and dream. They love to sleep. And you see that, when watchmen are asleep, you can be a watchman upon maybe your children, your family. You can be a man, a husband, and you're supposed to pray for your family, but the work is there. Providing is calling. Everything is like you have to provide, you have to do this. And so in all those things, you find that you are missing out in the place of prayer, in the place of watching. You can find that you are slumbering. And so is it even for women, and even for mothers, even for people who are supposed to be watching over the nation, watching over the school. Maybe you have a school, God has empowered you. Maybe you have your workplace and God is asking you to intercede for it. But maybe because of sleep, of slumber, like we find ourselves a lot of times, like you find darkness is coming. And I was talking to my friend, if I share a bit, and she was telling me that she was asking me to pray for her, and she was telling me that she has not been praying for some time, and she feels this darkness. She has dreams, encounters, early dreams that I don't know how to explain them, but she has these weird dreams, and it's the time when she has slumbered. And I want to say that sometimes when we slumber, sometimes when we are asleep, that is when darkness finds a place. That is when darkness finds a way through you. But I know there's a way. Isaiah 62 says, "I have posted watchmen on your walls, O Jerusalem. They will never be silent day or night. You who call on the Lord, give yourselves no rest, and give him no rest. He establishes Jerusalem and makes her the praise of the earth." This is my prayer, that anyone who is feeling, including me, my friend, and many of us who feel like there's this darkness, I feel like in my heart God is calling us to arise. We are watchmen in our different capacities. You can be a watchman over the work of your workplace, maybe because you are an usher at church, sorry, maybe because you are a Sunday school teacher and God has called you to watch over those children. Then by watching I see prayer. It's by praying, just like Abraham. But you feel like you have been in this season where any job, children, providing, this economy has caused you to feel overwhelmed and slumber has come. And my prayer to anybody who feels like, like you feel like your prayer life anyway, it's just because you're not telling people you're going to church, you're meeting in fellowships, but you know deep down that your secret place is failing. My prayer is that God will arise us again, will give us strength to arise and to begin to watch again, to watch for our children. Maybe you are a mother and you feel like I'm not praying enough. My children are in school. Maybe they are going back to school. I have not watched enough. I've not prayed enough. I've not interceded enough for them. I am praying that God will give you the grace to arise again. And that is my prayer as I pray for myself and for my friend. I felt like I should share this and include any other person who feels like their secret place is is somehow not as fiery or even as stable as they would want, and they feel like there's this darkness, because as the word says, like in Genesis 15, as Abraham slept, darkness came, and you can see the consequence of it is that the Lord says your descendants will go to a foreign land. And I'm praying that maybe no slumber. May God give us the grace to arise, that our children will not be attacked, the darkness will not find our children, the darkness will not find our marriages, the darkness will not find our jobs, our children, anything that it can find, it will not find, because we'll be fighting in the secret place. I prayed for anyone. I'm praying even now for any person who is listening to this video, that you feel like your prayer life has gone down, that you feel like you're not watching as you used to, maybe because of work, maybe because of engagements, maybe because of children. I pray that God will arise you, that God will cause you to arise. O sleeper, arise. The word says that when Jonah was sleeping in the boat and the rest were struggling with the winds and everything, the word says that they called him and told him, say, rise up, arise, O sleeper, arise and call upon your God. And I putting this to anyone who is watching this, arise and call upon your God. I love you so much, and I pray that God will cause you to arise, as even as He causes me to arise, that will continue to arise and continue watching over what God has given us. Maybe it is for our children, maybe it is for our families, maybe it is because of the church, maybe it's because of the school, maybe it's because of anywhere you're working or anything. I pray that God will cause us to arise. May God bless you so much. May God do you good. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.